Definitely a big trend, and actually in my time at Radisys, I've been waiting for the moment to virtualize. You know, we're an enabling technology company, and a large part of what we do is hardware platforms. Enabling platforms, so companies can focus on their application software. We provide full platforms to many of our particularly tier 2 customers, and this new wave of SDN and NFV really enables the conversation of having our big customers, the big telecom equipment manufacturers, making that switch to just application software and buying a full platform from Radisys. Hardware, does it matter as much anymore? I would say it matters as much as ever. However, the form factor changes, the functionality changes, and I'm going to be biased towards Radisys. This actually drives where it's more important for us and less important for the customer. We've felt for a long time that they shouldn't be focused on the hardware. Now, the hardware has moved from specialty silicon, you know, to maybe more of an IA focus, but in general, they should be focused on their application software, and we should be doing everything else. So there's going to be a play for an IA server, and you can argue whether it's going to be a Quanta or an HP or a Dell or an IBM, and maybe by IBM selling the business, maybe an indication of them not seeing the traction that they needed. That being said, there's also a place for Radisys, who's providing more of that carrier grade platform, particularly at the data plane level, where an IA server isn't going to work. It's not going to be able to handle the densities, or they'll be able to handle the densities, but you have to stack so many of them, the economics don't work. And so that's where I think we can coexist just fine. It starts largely with the platform, but what's beautiful for us, we've been also investing in load balancing, media processing capability, other virtualization software capabilities, and that just, once again, forces our customers to move and focus just on their application software. I think that in the past, we've been relegated to just the hardware. Our investment comes in a timely way, in that our customers are needing that media processing capability, that load balancing capability, particularly when you talk about the move and the changes in the topology of the network. We're an enabling technology company, and whether, we'd like to provide, again, the full enabling platform, both hardware and software, where the customer focuses on their application software. But if you aren't quite ready for that, we provide virtualized software in the case of media server, load balancing capabilities. We do virtual EPCs. We even sell individual T-series blades. We don't have to sell them the full platform. We can sell them a smaller form factor appliance. So that's one of the beautiful things about working with Radisys. We're a bit agnostic to what you need. And by the way, that includes no hardware. We have instantiations of our products where it's software only. Our media server, our MRF, is virtualized. So, it's really what the customer needs. But our desire in the main is for them to do everything but the application software. So we've been investing in small cells for about 7 years now, and small cell's a pretty generic term, but specifically, in the residential, indoor, outdoor, sort of up to 32 user space, we've been the leading provider of software that goes along with hardware and the silicon to then ultimately deploy with the carrier as a small cell solution. That market has pushed to the right, and that's pretty well understood. But I think as we sit here in 2014, we're starting to see more and more trials. So we, along with our partners, have brung the Korean carriers to commercial market. That same phenomenon is going on a bit in Japan as well as the US. So I would say in general, it's still in trials, but as we get further on into 2014 and into 2015, I do see production, finally. And it's going to be good. It's exciting, yeah. On voice over LTE, Radisys and our partners are in, I think, over 20 trials now, to be exact. And I think that as we progress through 2014, we'll see a few of those go to actual commercial deployment. But I think real ramping volume and more meaningful revenue for Radisys comes in early 2015. So a lot of excitement. We have the product. We're designed in with our customers and our channel partners. Some trials, again, moving to production, but I think materially, it'll come in the back end of this year. Definitely, yeah, no, really good question. So, voice over LTE will take advantage of our platform products. It'll take advantage of our software-only media server. So, some of our customers are just deploying our virtualized MRF, our media processing product, along with a standard server. So, here again, we have a carrier-grade platform when you need the densities, and when you don't need the densities, or it's driving a different application in the network, we can provide you a virtualized media processing engine. I think over time it will. I think we can debate, what you and I are going to be willing to live with. Is it 3 nines, 4 nines, 5 nines? I think in some examples, whether you're talking about 911, I mean, it's always got to be up. But I think it's going to be in 2017, 2018, and beyond before you even be able to entertain that critical functionality required. But here again, SDN and NFV, the topology rewiring is happening now. There are certain elements in the network that allow, control plane specifically, that sync up really nice to the migration. I would just be reticent to suggest that anytime soon you have critical functionality in the network moving to those initiatives. A lot of work to do. But that, again, here plays right into our solutions where, we're defining ways where we can improve that 999 or 59 capability. The market is moving to outsourcing enabling technology. So at the most fundamental level for Radisys, what we've been investing, hoping, driving toward is being the leading provider of enabling technology in the wireless infrastructure space. And that's happened. But until now, largely, and many of our big customers have taken just ingredients, piece parts, blades, certain pieces of software, and now they're looking to us with the virtualization to take over the full platform. That's huge for us. ASPs are exponential, the value's different, the margin's better. So all of those things are really exciting. And then on top of that, the migration to NFV and SDN drives technology and needs for technology that line up really well with the roadmap. Load balancing, again, media processing capability with the move to data and video. None of the demands and the complexity change in the network. The topology is changing, and we're modeling our products towards that, but the data explosion is such where our products line up really nice. So that's really exciting. And then last but not least, we have adjacencies. We're selling our technology into other markets. These are communications products that we're selling into aerospace and defense, that we're selling into public safety, that ship ground control to UAVs, ship-to-ship communication, little EPCs of all packet cores in the back of Humvees. All that technology is relevant in those adjacent markets. So that it's still in our infancy, but those markets are growing as well.